Alright, welcome back to Lazy Gamers Play Azure Dreams. Where we last left off, I had just suffered a very embarrassing death to a U-boat.
Yep.
And as you can see, I lost everything except for my familiar and then the pita fruit that I got from my mom last time. So this is a pretty common occurrence in this game. I've never really talked to anyone that's played this game that didn't have a stupid death like that before.
Yeah, it's pretty common to have a lot of those in this game. Luckily, though, there isn't like too much in the way of like losing. Like the number of items in the game is pretty limited to begin with, so it's pretty easy to recover to get back up. The only thing you usually lose though is the upgrades on like your shield and sword, which are the suckiest part.
Yeah, that's to make progressing a little bit difficult.
Yeah, but fortunately, like we could speed things up by like just having our familiar run around on the first floor and just be our actual weapon.
Yeah.
Because the more times you go in the tower and you eventually end up dying, you just get more levels on the familiar and you just get stronger and you just power through. Eventually you will be steamrolling the tower regardless of how many times you die.
Yeah. Well, let's see, first things first, gotta get out my familiar. While I'm getting all set up here, something that I forgot to mention previously. This game actually had a bit of a sequel back on the Nintendo DS. It was called Tao's Adventure.
Huh, interesting.
Has the exact same battle mechanics. Yeah, neither had I until I was doing a little bit of research on things.
Mm-hmm.
The game has the exact same mechanics. It's vaguely the same story. It's like names are changed and everything, but it's pretty much the exact same game.
Does it take place in a desert?
If I remember correctly, yes, it does.
Same tower?
Not sure about the same tower, but the concept is the same. You go into a tower, it's randomized, that sort of thing.
Huh.
It's really weird.
I wonder if they like use the same engine that they're using in this game, or if they basically built a new one and then sort of upgraded it.
Well, it's for the DS, so it probably has some sort of visual upgrades to it.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't able to actually find a lot of footage on it, despite my best efforts.
Was it released internationally or only in Japan?
It was released internationally. That's what surprised me most.
Huh.
Oh, dang. I just hit the jackpot on items here. Wind crystal on the first floor.
That's always nice.
Yeah.
I have no idea like how much. I can't remember if it takes up a ton of mana or not, but it may be worth it to just like switch the familiar to just attack instead of channeling magic, since we don't really have the sword. He may be able to one-shot pretty much everything.
Well, let's try it. Just changed his AI. Oh yeah, he one-shots everything. I stepped on a frog trap. Traps in this game are weird.
Yup.
Something that I'm actually hoping to find on one of these runs is a flaming egg. One of them,
for the
flame monsters.
Juice. Yeah, that'd be nice. That way we can easily swap into use that as soon as we get our next the second caller. Let's just have a second familiar, because if I remember right, those things.
Arguably, the flame monsters are better than Quinn here.
Yeah,
once
do
you get
they
them leveled up.
have a sword? I don't know. They all the ones you run into have swords. I don't know if they actually like you could like give them a new sword.
It's not even that; it's the direct fire spell that they have, and once you start like combining them and giving them other stuff, you can give them some really ridiculous items or some really ridiculous. Cool, I got a shield. Some pretty crap. Didn't mean to jump down there. Some pretty ridiculous spells from monster combinations. I always hate the first floor.
Yeah, I mean, it's always the same, but yeah, it's kind of a pain in the butt to get through. Or just, it's repetitive, I guess I would say.
Yeah.
They only swap between like about 2 or 3 layouts, I think. I guess the upside is that like none of the monsters can really kill you, and you can hopefully get the weapons and armor and stuff you need if you died and are coming back into the tower.
Yeah. I mean, really the only risk of dying you have on floor 1 is like before you hit level 2. Once you hit level 2, everything will start doing 1 damage to you, so it's just kind of a moot point at that, where it's like, okay, nothing's going to kill me now.
Yeah, I think the only thing you need to worry about, though, is with the floor 1 is just going through too much of your familiar's mana, really.
Yeah. I can't remember if the exit was here. That was a trap, okay. Despite how simple of a layout this game has, it's very easy to get lost.
Yep. At least it's until you've sort of figured out floor 1's typical layouts, it's probably the easiest floor to get lost on.
Son of a bitch.
I think the...
There we go. This was one of the weird layouts. I mean, ideally, I want to get a mirror shield, and then just some sort of weapon that I can keep powering up. And floor 2, so I'm either going to encounter Selfie or Gauche. So I'm either going to have a cutscene type thing or fight. And it looks like it's going to be a fight. Oh, it's just Ko. You feel lonely and want my help, don't you? Do you wish to stay close to me?
Oh.
I feel lonelier. I'm going to accept his challenge. Alright, so let's see if I can remember how to do this properly. Because at the start of this fight, your familiar starts pretty far away from you. So
I don't think he can use magic, so I think if you sort of walk diagonally back,
yep.
stepping away from you, then your familiar meet up with you, and then I think you can do whatever.
That's exactly what just happened. My familiar caught up and just one-shot him.
I guess that's the nice part about running into Gauche, though, is if you beat him, which, at least in the beginning of the game, I think he does get stronger. I don't know if yeah, I think he gets stronger as the game goes on, but he'll give you an item if you beat the crap out of him.
Yeah, he gives you a medical herb if you beat him, Then the very first time you beat him, he'll give you a wind crystal as well. So now I have 2 wind crystals. But still no weapon.
Should run into one weapon here. Either the next floor or floor after that.
Hopefully. Let's see. And I stepped on a warp trap.
That sucks.
Yeah. Alright, so this just became a little bit difficult.
Well, at least you've already set your familiar to attack directly. That way he won't get beat up as much. Because I think if...
Yeah, but I've... Oh, there he is. Found him. Yeah, he killed one enemy. And I've already found the elevator. Okay. And I really hope this doesn't end up being one of those runs where I just don't find any weapons at all. So those do happen from time to time.
Yeah.
Well, I found another pita fruit, so I mean, if I can find a decent weapon, then I mean, it's a good run, because that means I have 2 pita fruits worth of MP.
Yep.
I actually want to say, if I'm remembering correctly, for using Quinn, it's... Oh, cool, slam trap. I got some drop on my head. For using Quinn, it's usually better if you're using the imbue skill for him to use a scepter instead of a sword.
See, that's... I think that might be the case. I don't know, it's been quite a while. I mean, we didn't try out the scepters the last time around, so I guess if we run into any, we should give it a shot.
Yeah. Right now, I'd settle for any weapon. Let's see, is there any path I missed?
I don't think so. Unless there's... No, I don't think so.
Well, there's a path, but it looks like it's just a shortcut.
Yeah, I think it's just a
walkway.
connector to the south.
Okay. Well, I guess I should go ahead and go up to floor 3 then. Or floor 4, rather.
Yep.
Whoops. And there's a rust trap. My shield became rusty. First step off of the starting point, I hit a rust trap. You never beat... Cool. Sleep trap. Oh man, this is going to be one of those runs I can already tell.
Yep, just hit every trap in the way.
You never beat this game, did you?
No.
I know you at least got the oil once before.
Yeah, I got the oil. I think I got pretty much all the quest items and all the stuff in the game, and had second color. I think it was like up around like somewhere in the 20s, maybe the 30s, because I remember like at one point just like doing a mad dash just to see how far I could go. Because on a lot of my runs, it was just a matter of like just building up the items that I had and being really cautious about just what I was doing. But on the mad dash, I eventually got high enough to like start fighting like dragons and stuff, and they just at some point they had just gotten so strong that they one-shot my familiar.
I'm starting to get a little bit cornered here. Thankfully, my familiar still out-levels some other stuff by quite a bit. However, this is kind of inconvenient having to let my familiar do all the work here.
Yeah. Because you can't, well, I guess you can if you're careful about it. Set it up so that your familiar gets the first hit off.
Yeah.
You should have an herb for curing blindness. Might be worth it to just dump that and pick up the Holy Bell. The Rowan, I think.
Yeah, I got rid of the light seed instead, because I don't need that because I'm not doing any monster breeding for a while. Is this floor seriously? Is that all there is to it?
Wow. Still no weapon.
Yeah, I'm starting to get a little bit worried now.
Yup.
I mean, if I get up to the floor where I'm fighting U-boats and I still don't have a weapon, I may have to just use that wind crystal.
I'd be pretty amazed if we were able to get up to the U-boat level without seeing any weapons whatsoever, though. Because
I've had weird stuff like that happen before, though.
yeah, I guess they're all super small levels. Oh, that sucks.
But I used to start that, so it was... Well, there's a decent amount of treasure on this floor, so... Okay. There we go. Speed's back to normal. Oh, there's clowns already.
Yep.
Okay, I need to start using this flame ball. Clowns have a lot of HP. Quinn's level 10.
Oh, were you talking about the oozes?
Or, yeah, the oozes, rather.
Yeah, clowns don't start for at least another 2 or 3 levels.
I believe they start on level 6. Because they start on the same floor as U-boats.
I believe so, yes.
Hey, and a weapon.
Hopefully it's not cursed.
It's a blizzard sword. Let me find something to get rid of. To get rid of this malicious bell, I think.
Yeah, there's... I don't know if there's even, like, what use you would have for that unless you're, like, trying to do some kind of crazy, like, power leveling early on. Like,
Okay,
you could,
it wasn't cursed.
that's good. Like, I think you could, like, maybe use it on, like, the first or second level, and, like, bump the level up on things, and then you could quickly power level your way up on the early floors.
Well, I mean, theoretically, you could use it to get a decent jump start on, like, the level of a familiar you're capturing. Because one of the fruits does instantly, revert something to an egg state.
True.
I can't remember what fruit that is.
Maybe it's one of the blue fruits that's that. I mean, I vaguely recall that. I think I always dropped them though. They felt way too dangerous to be carrying around.
They usually are. Oh, dang, I'm almost out of MP on Quinn. Alright, I'm gonna switch the AI back to back up with magic. Alright, floor 6. Alright, and this seems like a good point to have a nice quick pause. See you next time.
Yep.